Hey guys, welcome back to Real Housewives Recaps. Today, we wanted to have a conversation because more stuff is coming out. This is getting wild and we have lots of thoughts on it. I'm excited to talk about. Who's this we I'm talking about? Well, it's my favorite co-host that's not wearing $10,000 worth of cashmere right now. What's wrong with you?
Just wait till the Amazon order shows up. Hey everybody, this is Jay, also known as Dr. Bad Vibes. You can find me on YouTube and Twitch. I'm here to help talk about tone deaf, weird, not being a person actions.
Yeah, so if you saw yesterday's video, you know I broke down like the gag order and what's going on with this dreadful trip that they took in 2021 to New York. More stuff coming out about it, and we just wanted to get on mic and talk about what we think is really going on because they are desperately trying to put out good PR on their behalf. I want to talk about that and why they might be doing all this. We're going to get into all this. I'm excited to talk about it, but first I have to plug Beebs Kelley. Okay, let me tell you. She does like fashion stuff in relation to the royals, well, and other people too, but she is so sweet and does like, this is how you can fix these looks, that sort of thing. She and I got on microphone yesterday and recorded for, I think it ended up being 3.5 hours. We could not stop talking and laughing and having so much fun. So we're going to be putting out videos on my channel. We're going to be putting out videos on her channel. We even recorded for something for Patreon. I'm so excited about this collab. I think we're going to drop the videos on Friday, last I heard. So I'm just telling you, be on the lookout for this. If you even have a passing interest in her horrible fashion choices, to about Maggie Poo over here, from Invictus all the way back to the days of the royal family, like just all the terrible choices along the way, that red dress, you know which one I'm talking about, her wedding dress, this outfit, everything in between, we will be breaking down. Beebs Kelley is talking about how to fix it. I'm making fun of it. You know, the usual. I'm excited to talk about it. I'm excited for you guys to see our collab. So look for those videos. Definitely check out Beebs Kelley. We love her. And we want to get her up over 50,000 subs. She's been working hard and pushing hard. She's doing a great job. So that's my shout out for Beebs Kelley. All right, let's get back into this mess. So as mentioned, this video went up yesterday, where I talk about the gag orders these two awful people tried to put out on these school kids and the families involved and the teachers to not speak negatively of their visit. It's so wild, you guys. It's unbelievable. Well, more stuff is coming out. Can you believe that? Let me read you some of the headlines and then we're just going to have a conversation about it. Okay, these are the articles that have come out in the last 2 days on Daily Mail. So, of course, this is the one I referenced in yesterday's video about trying to gag teachers and students. NYC school they visited in 2021. And again, if you want the backstory of this whole trip and what happened and all the terrible decisions they made at every step of the way, check out this video, NYC Trip Disaster. I break down every stop they made, all the bad choices made, all that stuff. So it'll refresh your memory about this trip. But this was 2021, their first, I don't even know what you call it, their first trip that they made after leaving the royal family, and they didn't know what it was. They were treating it like a royal trip. Other people didn't know what it was. Again, they were no longer members of the royal family. So they're rolling out the red carpet for themselves, basically, and trying to make this into a huge thing while filming the Netflix documentary. But let's continue looking at the headlines and talk about this. And this is the article that rolled out today, day of filming. Today is Wednesday, the 27th. And it says, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's Archwell team requested cushions, new carpet, and outdoor space to film Harlem elementary students for their Netflix documentary during the 2021 New York visit. So just when you think these two can't get worse, they're like, no, we got this. And we are going to break that down, but I want to read you this too because this is also coming out. You ready for this? Harry and Meghan's Archwell Foundation supports schoolgirls in Nigeria after the Duchess cheered on the West African nation at the Invictus Games when she discovered her heritage in a genealogy test. So I've done a lot of talking. I'm going to let Jay take this over. Jay, why do you think that they're doing this Nigeria stuff right now?
So this is a thing, funny enough, I learned about due to Elon Musk and Tesla, which I'm fans of both, but there was something that happened a few years ago, like there was a whistleblower in a factory or something, so they actually released a whistle for the Cybertruck, and I was like, somebody waited for that freaking truck to finally come out. I was like, why are they releasing a whistle? And then I went in this whole rabbit hole about search engines and how people sometimes do stuff like this to deflect negative press. So now when you search for, Meghan school kids, blah, 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 it's going to pull up all this Nigerian charity that she's doing now. And it's not going to pull up this weird NDA stuff that's going on. Yeah. So probably didn't have to donate a lot to make that a headline, if they have their PR people screaming about it. Yeah. So now when you search, you're going to find the new stuff, not the old stuff. So deflection.
Yep. I think you're so spot on with this. When he said this to me offline, I thought, oh my gosh, you have to say this on mic. This is such a good point. So now with all this news coming up about their awful behavior at this school, which a lot of YouTubers, I know a lot of you left me comments about different YouTubers covering this as well. A lot of the YouTubers are pointing out their awful behavior and have been for a long time at this school. But with this stuff coming out, they don't want the negative press, clearly, especially Meghan. So she's going to have her people putting out articles like this, like, look what they gave to this school in Nigeria. So like Jay said, I think he's right. When you search, Prince Harry, Meghan Markle school, they're trying to skew it so you'll get the results on that and not, oh, hey, look what dirtbags they were at this other school. Now let's talk about what dirtbags they were at this Harlem school.
So they start I guess tried to start a charity tour, and they picked out this school that's in an impoverished area. Kids are needy, they need help, and yet they come in to it's a school in Harlem, so then they come in to do their Harlem Shakedown and charge the kids $5 a book that can't even afford lunch. Yeah. Like, okay, cool, that's a very charitable thing to do with your charity. Perhaps you could have billed the charity. And then other things they were trying to get the school to pay for while they're running this charity. It makes no sense.
So you bring up such a good point, and that leads me into my question, which is, who did they expect to pay for the cushions and the carpet and stuff that they wanted rolled out for them? This is so ridiculous, because I would hope it's Harry and Meghan, but again, hearing all these stories about how they allegedly sent the families home a note asking for $5 per book. Aren't they generous, guys? They discounted the book. It's so ridiculous. The book that these people did not ask for and cannot afford, they're trying to charge for. And like you said, under the guise of what? Charity? And I say that because it was sent from Archwell. So it's so crazy. And so now to find out that they wanted cushions and pillows, and when you read the article, it's so they can look better for filming.
It sounds like they left the royal family and came over here and tried to act like the royal family. Yeah. And tried to start doing these charity tours. Mm-hmm. And this one sounded like such a train wreck. They just said, nah, too hard. Yeah. And much like everything else they've done, it's like, hey, let's do the documentary. Okay, let's do the podcast. Nah. It's like everything's about starting things and then basically failing spectacularly and then just saying, nah, next thing.
Exactly. But could you imagine? So when the royal family does tours like this, and it's about spotlighting whatever charity they're going to, and you often see, you'll see them again supporting the charity, not charging the charity or the people, in need for things that they didn't ask for like this, and then making them sign NDAs like, don't speak up, don't say what shitbags we were. Like, it's just ludicrous.
And what kind of people have to go in anywhere and be like, okay, we're going to do charity for you, but you can't talk shit about us. Yeah. It's like,
don't do stuff to make us talk shit.
That may be a red flag.
Yes. It just seems like they're in competition with themselves to see how tone deaf and horrible they could be at every turn of this tour. I keep showing pictures of this outfit because it's ludicrous. The cost is ludicrous. Again, see my video with Beebs Kelley coming out soon because we break down the cost of each item and what we think this outfit looks like. We get into a giggle fit about this one. But truly, it was so tone deaf and so gross and off the charts egomania, and using these school kids like, hey, let's look, I don't even know, down to earth. But how can you do that when you're decked out in cashmere from head to toe, and again looking to fix up the school, but not for the school's benefit, so you look better in pictures? It's just, they are so disgusting, the both of them. I can't wrap my head around it. Okay, you say things now, because I'm just pissed.
Well, perhaps we can quell that anger with some jokes. As I saw these photos pass through, it reminded me, when you originally talked about this, her Joker outfit. Want to know how I got these scarves?
You want to know how I got this spray tan?
It's simple. We build a charity.
Wow.
And expense it. And then you dance away like Joaquin Phoenix as you write it off as a tax thing.
Wow.
I can make a whole video about Joker jokes, but maybe I'll save that for my channel and not pollute Jen's. But all joking aside, see what I did there? Why is this news coming out now? That's the odd thing. Like, this happened 2 years ago. It makes me think somebody's either been sitting on it this whole time, or somehow somebody realized, oh wait, I didn't sign an NDA. now I can talk about it. I don't know. The timing's strange. It actually makes me wonder, especially with the Kevin Costner thing too. That's another thing there. But going back to the recent school kid donation thing, the Nigerian kids, like trying to deflect this news. I wonder if that means there's more stuff about to come out. I don't know. That's just pure speculation on my part, but it's weird that something like this would sit for that long, and for it to come out now, that makes me wonder: is it somebody close to her that's letting it out, or is it somebody that was in the school that just finally realized, oh wait, I can talk about it? It's strange.
Oh my gosh, look at you knowing stuff. That's perfect. I think you're onto something. I do wonder, is it somebody that used to work for them leaking this stuff? Is it, oh man, what if it was like their management company? Now, I don't think they'd leak this stuff, but I wonder if more stuff is going to come out. I wonder if their management will drop them because of this stuff. I don't know. I'm just speculating here. Oh my goodness. Their attempt to cover this shit up is so lame. And the fact that they even need to cover up a school visit that they did and their horrible antics there just says so much about them and why I can't stand either of them. Just keep going back to what you said, and I think you make such a good point. I feel like now the only thing they can do is try to cover their tracks by, again, putting out these stories like, oh, look, we're giving to Nigerian school kids, which, great, give, but it sounds like even when you tried to do that here, you totally cocked it up, made it about yourselves. And the other thing that keeps floating in my head, and I'm, again, totally speculating, it's my opinion, I'm just go with me on this journey. These two have lied about everything, not the lady in the picture, but Meghan and Harry have lied about everything. So why in the world would I believe her about the Nigerian thing even? How do we know she's telling the truth about that? Most normal people, I would never second guess that, because why would people lie about their heritage? But with her, I question everything. Everything seems to have a double motive. Everything seems to be whatever suits her agenda. So why not lie about this too? Why not? And then again, she's trying to base her whole personality on this now. We saw at Invictus, she was wearing the colors. She was being sure to be photographed with people of Nigeria. And now this story coming out about her giving to the Nigerian school kids. Again, it's just convenient timing, if you ask me. And I don't believe anything that comes out of either of them. So why would this be true either?
It is amazing how badly they've fumbled all of these things. And it's like they've picked the lowest hanging fruit. Like if you asked a grade schooler, like, who should we give to? They'd be like, kids that need books, or, the military. And they've made circuses out of both of those things.
Absolutely.
Like, it kind of makes me think of the beauty pageant about the girl wanting to give maps to all the kids. Oh, it's just like, it's like they take a sentiment and just
cock it up.
Yeah, cock it up. I like that now. I'm still in that.
Yeah.
But
Don't say school kids. No,
Yeah, let's not get on that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like they're. I don't know. I guess it's so fake in a way. It's like picking when you pick stuff that easy and you can't bother to give a shit about it. It's like, do you really care?
No.
And when
don't.
when your charity doesn't appear to be a charity, I guess, or I mean, I guess it is by like IRS definitions, but not by people
Human.
human definition. Like it's just like I don't know. It's like why?
Yeah.
Who? What? Why?
What's going on?
What's going on? Like I don't understand, and I don't think anyone does.
No. But that'll be $5.
$5, please, for my book.
Yeah. This is truly pathetic. I love that it's coming out. I don't understand why it's coming out now, but I'm here for it. I'm hoping we're on the right track. This is somebody on the inside that's releasing this stuff. It's funny to watch them scramble. I love the idea of giving to any kid, so that's good, but the way that they're doing it to cover their tracks is pretty shitty. But I would use that to describe them anyway, pretty shitty. Guys, as more stuff comes out about this, you better believe we'll be talking about it. Again, please check out my collaboration with Beebs Kelley. I'm so excited about this. I believe it will drop Friday, so check back on my channel. She's probably going to drop hers on Friday as well. We ended up talking so long and had so much fun. But Jay, you tell everybody what you're working on because you got a new project too.
So you can still find me on YouTube as Dr. Bad Vibes, and that is my video game channel. But I have been streaming on Twitch. That's twitch.tv/Dr. Bad Vibes. Been doing that more recently, and what I try to do is start with not video game stuff, usually insane news, and sometimes eating weird food like a prepackaged pickled egg from the Walmart clearance shelf, which was actually really good.
Ew.
But on top of that, so where I have this material for my streams, I've started a new channel called Dr. Bad Vibes Speaks because I don't really speak on my original channel. So the channel's live. There aren't any videos up yet. I'm trying to edit those.
But you can still subscribe.
Yeah, you can still subscribe. Those should start popping up eventually. And hey, if I get enough subscriptions, I'm not planning on doing a lot of Harry and Meghan content. That's Jen's thing. But hey, maybe I can do.
I'll come on there and talk about it.
Yeah, I can do Meghan as the Joker. Maybe I can do Meghan quotes in every Joker voice from Cesar Romero all the way up through Joaquin Phoenix. Mark Hamill's the best one. I don't know if I can do that one, but that's what I'm working on now.
Nicholson.
Wait till they get a load of me.
Yeah. Wow.
So yeah.
Hit that subscribe button.
Smash that subscribe button and slam that like button when it appears.
Show me them honkers.
Show me them honkers. Honk honk.
This has been really fun. Thank you for joining us on this. Of course, as more stuff comes out, we'll continue to talk about it. These two, every time I think they can't get worse, they prove me wrong. They just continue to they pick the worst choice at every step of the way, and I'm just glad it's all coming out. Guys, thanks so much for joining us. If you want to further support the show, definitely check out the merch. We got Make It Make Sense, Recollections May Vary, Drunk Goose Club, honk honk everybody, and check out Patreon. That's where you can become an executive producer and further support the show. I've had so many people join. I've had so many comments saying, what does being an executive producer entail? Nothing. It's a name. And it's just a way to show that you are further supporting the show. You can become that by joining patreon.com/Real Housewives Recaps. So now I'm going to thank my executive producers. Again, as I keep saying in videos, this is changing soon. I've heard you. It's like it adds 5 minutes of saying names to the end of the video. So starting in just a couple days, you'll see the names flash on screen as I'm still talking at the end of the video. So it'll change up. It'll be good for everybody. Again, thank you to everybody who supports. I appreciate you all so much. And let's thank those executive producers. Here we go. A huge thank you to Linda. Thank you, Melissa. Thank you to Paige. Huge thank you to Teresa. Thank you, Mary. Thank you, Amy. Thank you, Kay. Thank you, Shauna. Thank you, Brenda. Thank you, Aaron and Frank. Thank you, Kristen. Thank you, Ann M. Thank you, Amanda. Thank you, Ann H. Thank you, Karen. Thank you, Glynis. Thank you, Karen. Thank you, Patty. Thank you, Adair Becker. Thank you to Erica. Thank you, Amber. Thank you, Annette. Thank you, Barb G. Thank you to Diana. Thank you, Allison B. Thank you, Jean. Thank you, Lori. Thank you to Pauline. Thank you to KT. Thank you, Jolene. Thank you, Stromboli. Thank you, Catherine. Thank you, Loie. Thank you, Lucy H. Thank you to Georgia. Thank you, Susie. Thank you, Nikki. Thank you, Robbins Landing. Thank you to Helen. Thank you to Mara. Thank you, Ashley C. Thank you to Molly. Thank you, Amber. Thank you, Ashley. Thank you, Amanda. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Sand Squid. Thank you to Rach. Thank you, Linda. Thank you, Leslie. Thank you, Dee Dee. Thank you, Nina. Thank you, Heather. Thank you, Tracy. Thank you, Penny. Thank you, Domby. Thank you, Android P. Thank you to Sheena. Thank you, Aaron M. Thank you, Faye. Thank you, Judith. Thank you, Spectrum Mom. Thank you, Vanessa B. Thank you, Christy. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Mimi Heathcote. Thank you, Misty. Thank you, Candy. Thank you, Anita. Thank you, Leslie. Thank you to Bree. Thank you, Sandra. Thank you, Stephanie. Thank you to Elvis Rose here on YouTube. Thank you to Lori. Thank you, Tim B. Thank you, Jean. Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you, Stephanie. Thank you, Aaron. Thank you, Kathy. Thank you, Elisa. Thank you, Kathy with a C. Thank you, Allison. Thank you, Christina. Thank you, Nancy. Thank you, Marianne. Thank you to Patricia. Thank you, Lindsay. Thank you, Ridley. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you, Jill. Thank you, Tracy. Thank you, John. Thank you, Donna D. Thank you, Diana. Thank you, Chewy. Thank you, Christina. Thank you, 509 Cougs. Thank you, Julie. Thank you, BJ. Thank you, Big Bad John. Thank you, Amy. Thank you, Duck Barf. Your name is always funny to me. Thank you, Susie. Thank you, Vicky loves her corgi. Thank you, Charisse. Thank you, Kate. Thank you, Genesee. Thank you, Essie. Thank you, Lady Grandmother. Thank you, Christy. Thank you, Funky Buddha. And thank you, Trish. Thank you, Nancy. Thank you, K Coffee. Thank you, Anne. Thank you, Sheila. Thank you, Laura. Thank you, Bree. Thank you, K Cubed. Thank you, Christy. Thank you, Peggy. Thank you, Stragoria. Thank you, Kathy. Thank you, Elizabeth. Thank you, Tiffany. Thank you, Christina. Thank you, Rachel. Thank you, Claire. Thank you, Tiffany. Thank you, Angela. Thank you, Morty, por favor. Thank you, Penny. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Julie. Thank you, Salami Mommy. Thank you, Nancy. Thank you, Zara. Thank you, Shiny. Thank you, Lori. Thank you, Annette. Thank you, Annalise. Thank you, Catherine. Thank you, Airdrie. Thank you, Lori Ann. Thank you, Nina. Thank you, Colleen. Thank you, Megan. Thank you, Krisha. Thank you, Jay Jordan. Thank you, Ariella. Thank you, David the Maine Coon. Thank you, Little P. Thank you, Big City Eileen. Thank you, Kathy. Thank you, Susan. Thank you, Carrie. Thank you, Cherokee. Thank you, Tiffany W. Thank you, Control Queen. Can you guys believe I ran out of namespace on the other ones? I had to start a new list here. It's just unbelievable. Thank you to everybody who has signed up to be an executive producer. If you're interested, definitely check out patreon.com/Real Housewives Recaps. Thank you guys for everything. Have a great day. Bye-bye.